Good evening, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. You know, I told you guys yesterday in yesterday's vlog, I was like, today does not, like, yesterday didn't feel like Thursday. Today really didn't feel like Friday either. Like, because Jack was home from school because his spring break starts today. Like, technically, I guess the last day of school is yesterday, and then he has all of next week off. But for some reason, it was either like a school institute or teacher institute or like parent-teacher conferences. I don't know. Was, you know, like they had off on Friday because of it. So yeah, that was why. And then two, like, I don't know, it's just my mom going to work today, but she left at about 7 o'clock, and I think she started at 7:30, and so like I said, that was, you know, like, well, I guess training she went for, and so, like, you know, that was also sort of just like out of the ordinary, I guess, you know, like a new sort of thing that will be in our routine. So I think, I don't know if she does, like, she'll normally be Friday nights and Saturday nights, or if it will normally be Saturday nights and Sunday nights. I think it's normally Saturday and Sundays, only because she said something about Jack having to possibly walk to school because, like, these won't be her normal hours. I think that, like, she'll be leaving like sometime in the later afternoon, like maybe 7 o'clock. I want to almost say it's like 8 or 9 maybe that she's leaving, maybe even later, like maybe 11 o'clock or something like that. I don't know, but I think that she'll be getting home by like 7, or she gets off at 7 in the morning, and so like on Monday morning Jack won't be able to like she won't be able to drive Jack to school, so he'll either have to walk, get a ride, or, like, you know, he might be able to drive himself at least by next year too. So like I said, I don't know, but I just know that she like mentioned that, and I don't think too, because I know that she was like, oh well, this won't interfere with like football games on Friday nights, because you know, like I said, I was like thinking about that, and I was like, if she started like normally at 7 on a Friday, that would be right when football games are starting. So like I said, I don't think that that will be, like, you know, a problem, at least for like next year. So like I said, I think it's Saturday nights and Sunday nights that she'd be working into, like Saturday into Sunday and then Sunday into Monday, I think. I don't know off the top of my head. Because again, we've had so much stuff going on, all kinds of like just like things that we've, again, like I think committed to too before we knew my mom was starting work this week, and before we knew like other things were also happening. So like we had, again, just a lot of stuff going on. Like, you know, we have had 2 family members now in the hospital, and we've had Matthew's, the like family weekend is tomorrow, and so he volunteered us to bring mac and cheese. So me and Jack slaved away in the kitchen all day today making mac and cheese. I made a big double batch of mac and cheese, so it's 2 like half pans. And I told you guys too, I was like, those cake pans that I was all concerned about, they were actually the perfect, absolutely perfectly fine to just use the 2, which were so expensive. Like, I don't know if it was the lids that made them more money, or if it was just because it said Reynolds on the brand, you know, because it's like the Reynolds brand things or whatever. But I was like, $5 for a 2-pack of those, you know, like half pans with lids. I was like, honestly, I could have got them at the dollar store. And we did wind up stopping at the dollar store today, which made me even more mad, because we had a little surprise. We had a little congratulations banner set up for my mom in the living room. So me and my dad, on our way home from one of our things that we had to go to today, we stopped at the dollar store. We also stopped and got gas so that my mom didn't have to put any in before she left for work. In the end, after everything, I still could have actually gotten them for $1.25 now, because the dollar store is no longer $1. It's $1.25 for everything in the store. I mean, some things, I think maybe their like cards are still 50 cents, and some of their canned goods were a lot of times like 2 for $1. They might be like 2 for $1.50 now or something like that. But still, you know, like I said, all their prices have gone up now. But like I said, we were there today, and so I could have picked them up instead of those expensive ones. But we made the mac and cheese after, like, that was after my mom had already left. We made it, like, honestly, like 9 o'clock at night, I think. And me and my dad, though, earlier, as soon as my dad got off work at about 3 o'clock, I think, or something like that, or he got home actually, I think, at like 3:30. And by 4 o'clock, we left to go over to my mom's friend's house to finish up, like, installing, like, the lights, because the, like, box that was in there wasn't the right kind. We had to bring a new one and get it all put in and everything. everything like that, and so we did. And it honestly didn't take us very long anyway, just because my dad had already seen it and we already knew what we were doing, you know, there. So like I said, it took us maybe about a half an hour, like at most, at her house to get it put in. And then we were back home, and like I said, we ended up running like 2 other errands and we're home by 6 o'clock. You know, like I said, to stop at the dollar store and then also to stop at the gas station. So then we came back home, and like I said, by 9 o'clock, that was the one me and Jack ended up making the mac and cheese. So we have 2 half pans to bring tomorrow, and my mom also, the other day when she went to Walmart yesterday, and bought the pans and the milk, which was what I needed, and she ended up getting, she originally was going to make like cookies or cupcakes, she offered to also bring, but because she was working tonight, she was like, I'm just gonna get some cookies from Walmart. So if we got 2 packages of cookies to bring for tomorrow as well. So, like I said, that's what we're bringing, to, like, it's a potluck sort of thing tomorrow. And so, like I said, that is what we got going on. However, we were planning on going to Walgreens tomorrow in the morning, actually, before we had to go to the thing tomorrow, because I think it's at 11 or something like that, and so we'd have to leave by like 10 o'clock, possibly a little bit earlier than that. So I was like, well, if I'm up by 8 o'clock, like, we can just go quick run for Walgreens and run back home. However, I realized that I have to bake the mac and cheese, though, in the morning. So to reheat it, and then also too, because it really is baked macaroni and cheese, and I personally like how it tastes when it's baked. So that's why I'm going to make the, I have to spend, it probably is going to take me at least like a half an hour to an hour probably, to reheat it, and you know, so we can bring it warm tomorrow. And I want to make sure that I bring it like fresh, like warmed up, so that it's ready when we leave. That's how I bring most of like my things. I honestly, guys, I'm so surprised. I have a very good system down for keeping things warm while we travel, and like we could be in the car for about an hour, we come and my food is still warm. I was like, yes, this is awesome. So like I said, I have, hopefully everything will still be warm when we get there. It's not freezing cold, but so long as it's at least warm, it should be all good. Like, I don't think that they're going to have like those nice little like buffet style things with the little propane little heaters underneath them. I'm doubting that, because I asked Matthew too. I was like, do you guys have serving spoons, or should I bring our serving spoons for the mac and cheese? And he's like, we don't have serving spoons. I was like, okay, I just hope you guys are gonna have utensils and plates there. Like, anyways, yeah, so that's what happens, I guess, when you're dealing with a bunch of college students, right? But like, that was, at least I probably would have went there and just like, oh, we're fine, like, we don't need any, like, you know, serving spoons or whatever. And again, it was, thankfully I thought about that, because that would be something that like never would have even crossed my mind. And then I was like, you know what, this is almost like going to, like, the way I kept picturing it, although it's not going to be outside because it's currently snowing. Actually, we have a light dusting of snow outside, and while we were driving, it was hailing today outside too. It was crazy, and like partially snowing, but right now there is actual like snow outside, like the roofs are covered in white powder outside. But like I was saying, because I was, you know, the way I kept picturing it sort of was like, I was like, okay, it's picture like a picnic, like, you know, that's how the food is probably going to have to be. And I was like, a picnic, like, you know, we might not have serving spoons. And I don't know why that just like picnic idea kept coming to my head, although I know that's not how the food is being served in picnic style. But like I said, I for some reason kept thinking like, oh, it's gonna be outside, it's gonna be outside, and like, you know, like, just remove yourself from any type of like kitchen atmosphere. You know, like, I'm not gonna be able to go there and warm up the food, although I think maybe they have an oven now or something like that. But regardless, like I said, I was just, that was my initial thought, but that was how I figured. And like I said, serving spoons popped into my head, and I went, oh, if we're gonna need those, you know, like, sort of thing for the mac and cheese. So thankfully we will have at least serving apparatuses for that. So again, all of that, you know, like I said, is all taken care of for tomorrow as well. It's just that's, you know, like I said, one change that we have to make. But I'm also very happy that we were able to get the lights, you know, like I said, taken care of today as well, because we weren't sure if we were going to be able to make it before my mom had to leave for work. And then too, didn't want to like risk it or chance it, especially if we thought maybe it would take longer than it actually did. But like I said, thankfully everything was all taken care of, and pretty much too, I think everything that we had set out and planned for this week actually did get done, even though again there were so many other things that was thrown in, like my mom starting work, you know, this week when we weren't actually, like, she wasn't sure. She was like, maybe I'll start sometime like next week. Like, she assumed that again Friday wasn't going to be the first day, but it was. So that's, like I said, you know, like just we had to add extra stuff in there, change things around a little bit. But as far as, you know, grocery shopping so far has got done. It'll be changed tomorrow, from tomorrow to Sunday. But all in all, again, everything should still be done, you know, in a timely manner, and everything that we had planned on, you know, for this week being taken care of. Like, Matthew didn't let us know either too about this like family weekend thing that they were hosting until honestly I think last weekend too. So that's why my mom was like, oh well, it's okay because I shouldn't start work until next week anyway. And then she was like, oh no, I'm starting on Friday. Like, you know, so that's why she's gonna be home at 3 a.m. in the morning, and then we have to leave by about, again, 8-9 o'clock, something like that. Or I'm sorry, not 8 or 9, we have to leave by about like 9:45, 10 o'clock probably, to get there like on time and or early. So like I said, she's only gonna get like a couple hours of sleep, but you know, again, it's not like she's gonna have to work again then on Saturday, because, you know, all of that. Anyways, guys, yes, I pretty much also too, I got to most things in my planner today. I realized I didn't actually end up editing today, which was completely on accident. Like I said, because we ended up going out, and then I came home and was like, okay, well, I'm gonna eat my, you know, dinner for myself, because then I prepared dinner for everybody, and I was like, I'm gonna eat dinner, I was gonna watch TV show. And so I was like, okay, since there's no sports games on tonight, so that's what I was doing, and then completely like sort of forgot because of that. And then I was like, okay, now I have to go make mac and cheese, and then I came back in here and was like, oh yeah, I still didn't end up getting that done by the end of the day. So anyways, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.